future of decentralized mining for Bitcoin, where everybody, you're not going to make a ton of money, but you'll be supporting the network, right? You know, the virtual power plant would be the centralized thing that is maybe earning the most money, but individuals could be running nodes, as a lot already are.
I think it's most likely that it's going to scale up and it'll be containerized, like people building these big shipping containers that are full of miners. That have thousands of miners in a container that they can ship anywhere on Earth and just drop on a pad. And I think it'll migrate in these containers to the edge of the power network. It's going to migrate to the place where you're not going to be stealing power from Manhattan where you're competing against human beings, because human beings are going to bid more for the power. Like it's worth, for example, you would pay 10 cents a kilowatt hour. You would pay $1 a kilowatt hour. You would pay $10 a kilowatt hour if your choice was to do it yourself or do it with the mule, right? Or buy electricity. So human beings are always going to pay more for the power. You have to go to places where there is power and there are no human beings. Places where the humans can't consume all the power, and where the power is either stranded, where we have to keep producing it. We can't stop producing it. And there are no human beings, or there's no other uses of the power. And then presumably, it'll be some combination of, I find renewable power, in a place that's very cold, so my cooling is free. What you really want is infinitely renewable power stranded in a place where it's freezing, and I don't have to pay to cool the thing. I drop and there are no people there, and I run a long line there, and I just mine Bitcoin. And offsetting that will be, these containers will be moving because politicians will be changing the laws, and they'll be seizing them. They'll be taxing, they'll either tax them, they'll outlaw them, they'll seize them, or they'll leave you alone, and the rates will change. And so I don't think it makes a lot of sense to build fixed mining capacity, because eventually the politicians will tax you, or the power will go up. If you want to play this game, you have to have access to the equipment. You have to be able to spin up the data center quickly, but you have to find stranded power energy for which there is no better use, where you can buy it, in essence, buy it for effectively zero. Right? Near zero. A penny is good. Zero is better.
Yeah, of course.
Right? And 2 cents is okay, but ultimately anybody on Earth can compete in mining against you. And so you're going to be competing against nation states that will give away the power for free in order to generate the hard currency. And so, you almost got to be thinking about, will nature give me free cooling? So I got to go to the Arctic Circle. Can I find free energy with a hydroelectric power supply that was accidentally built? Can I find a political government that won't tax me out of existence? And then can I keep first generation or current generation SHA-256 hash power? I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be a very dynamic business, very dynamic, very competitive business, and it's good for Bitcoin. But it's like, if I had $100 million right now, I wouldn't invest it in mining. I'd invest it in Bitcoin.
Right. It just
Bitcoin is the monopoly, digital dominant network. Mining is you choosing to compete against everybody on Earth.
Right.
But you better have a built-in edge. If you're Intel and you build chips, or if you're Amazon and you have data centers, or if you're Iceland and you already own a bunch of hydroelectric or geothermal power